And today we'll be continuing Death Note. Okay, last time on Death Note we had the whole Matsuda episode where he broke into Yotsuba Company. Basically, I mean, he did. He broke into it, caught them saying or mentioning the words Kira and kill, something like that. I mean, they definitely mentioned the word Kira, so he basically has 100% confirmation that they are indeed. One of them is Kira. And this is when the whole thing where I was talking about, I know I went crazy with the whole left-handed thing, but dudes, you do not simply make a character left-handed unless it's intentional, right? I mean, what is it, like 85% of the whole nation is right-handed, something like that? There's no reason you'd make a person left-handed just for... There's a reason he's left-handed, so we just gotta keep an eye out for someone who's left-handed. That's all I know. And besides that, so they had to fake Matsuda's death, and it completely worked. I am kind of surprised it worked that smoothly. So, as far as we know, the Yotsuba Company, they think Matsuda is dead, or Matsui. They think Matsui is dead. And like you guys told me, they didn't actually hear Misa say Matsuda. So, they don't know his actual real name. So, we are in the clear. All very good. And oh yeah, and this, okay, so apparently we're getting a new opening, and I guess a new ending, maybe two. I'm not sure. So we're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, and we're on episode 20, by the way, so just letting you guys know. So okay, we're starting 3, 2, 1. Whoop, bam. Holy crap. Okay, that was kind of a jump scare. What the frick? Okay, it's like some death metal stuff. Okay. What the frick is this opening? Oh my god, this opening is completely different, and I love it. Who are these people? Bro! Oh, holy moly. Dude, that opening. Dude, that was crazy. Holy moly. Okay, cool, they said it.
In order to further the growth of the Yotsuba Group and best serve its financial interests, who should we kill next?
Oh, they straight up said it. Okay.
To be honest, in a certain sense, I'm relieved that Hatori is dead. Kira has demonstrated
They said his name a second ago. I want to know this guy.
what will happen if we try to leave.
I think we all understand what Hatori's death means for the rest of us. Let's not take it lightly. In particular, it says, the concentration of killings that are beneficial to Yotsuba will likely be noticed by L
If they continue on Fridays and Saturdays.
Is it too dangerous to continue killing it?
If they see a camera, bro, what are they gonna do?
Careful, and make sure that nobody else happens to notice a trend in these deaths.
Now, on to the main topic.
Because they're like basically confirming everything going on, you know?
Who should we kill?
I think we should focus on ELF Insurance. If they expand into the Japanese market, Yotsuba and many other companies will lose valuable clients to them.
Agreed.
Oh, so they're literally just killing suckers to
Objections to killing these people
up
for
themselves?
accidental deaths.
No objections.
It's all just as we suspected. We were right.
No, unfortunately. We can only be completely sure after those people they've named are dead. We will continue to monitor these meetings and take
Mm.
how they act, and most importantly, whether the people they choose actually die.
So he's willing to let people die then.
Confirm the connection between their plans and the deaths.
I can't carry on knowing these people will die. That's just immoral.
He'll do whatever it takes to catch him, though.
Miyazaki, if one of these 7 men is in fact Kira, would it be safe to say that if I try calling one of them, the odds of that person actually being Kira is going to be 1 in 7?
I'm thinking there could be more than one Kira among them. A probability of 2 and 7 at most.
If we're prepared to let them know that the investigation civilization is catching up to them. Let's put
There's only one
these
book,
odds.
though.
Ryuzaki, I'm going to pose as L. Judging from their conversation so far, the one least likely to be Kira, but with the most influence is Namikawa.
Wow.
If you're going to make a call, please use this phone.
Sir, if we kill off the execs of our rival companies in Thunder,
That's who I think it is. He answered with the left hand.
kill them and split their holdings.
Is this Reichi Namikawa, head of the Yotsuba Group's marketing department?
He answered with the left hand too.
Who is this?
Listen carefully, but don't draw attention to yourself. I am L. I've placed cameras and wiretaps around that meeting room. Even as I speak, I'm recording footage of your entire meeting.
The first thing you discussed was Hatori's death. Now you're debating who to kill next.
Am I correct?
He's been watching everything.
If you are not Kira, or if you are not someone who can contact Kira directly,
Let's make a deal.
A deal?
I need you to delay the deaths of ELF's president and Mr. Sensei by 1 month.
no, not just yours, but everyone's
Crimes, with the exception of Kira's, will be pardoned, based on the premise that Kira blackmailed you into participating in
Oh, this is gonna see if he's him or not.
My only option is to join L. No, I'll be dead if Kira manages to find out. What should I do?
He's not him?
Tell the others about this call, they will panic.
Really?
No advantage to you. Everyone would be arrested immediately.
Wow.
That's not my intention. I'm planning to go one-on-one against Kira.
Interesting. I thought for sure.
You will be acquitted of all charges.
Him or Matsuda.
You'll be free to carry on with your comfortable life.
We're not in a position to lose anything regardless of who wins.
Unless they're doing the thing where they're wiping their minds every time they use it so no one really knows who the Kira is.
Here and now.
Damn it. He already knew what answer I would have given.
That's all for now.
Right. I'll see you Monday then.
What's going on, Namikawa? Who was that?
One of my men screwed up again. I'll have to fix it on Monday. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Let's get back on topic. From ELF.
Look at his eyes, bro.
Here's what I'm thinking. We'll give Coyle 1 month to reveal L's identity. If he still hasn't uncovered the information we need, then we can go ahead and kill the targets randomly.
Agreed.
L, this should satisfy you for now.
So weird. I thought for sure it was him.
You really are quite amazing, Light. Not only did you manage to bury the kid,
Why did he use his left hand?
you found as a potential marker.
I don't get it.
Sounded exactly like the sort of thing you would do, and you thought of it quicker than I did.
Unless it's Matsuda.
At this rate,
I don't know. It makes no sense.
if I end up dying somehow, it's quite possible that you would be capable of succeeding me. But you were the one who first noticed the connection between Yotsuba and Kira. You actually might be more capable than I am. I honestly believe you could take this on.
Because he got the mind of the Kira.
If I should die, would you take over for me as L?
Bro, why would you say that?
If he is Kira and just playing innocent, he's sure to say yes.
What are you talking about? As long as we're joined by these, we would die.
He still thinks he's Kira? Bro.
I see. Ryuzaki, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to tell everyone what you're really thinking right now. He thinks that if I am Kira, then there are two possibilities. Either I'm just pretending I'm not him and putting on an act, or Kira's power has passed on from me to someone else, and I have no memory that I was ever Kira in the first place. He's trying to determine which, if either, is the truth. Taking on the identity of L, having the power to control the police in every country, while being Kira in secret. It's ideal. And you're thinking I could do it. No, that I would do it. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes.
But what about now? I told you I don't want your title. That should prove even to you that I'm not putting on an act, shouldn't it? Ryuzaki. Do you think that I'm actually capable of becoming a murderer?
Yeah.
Even after I help you catch him? Do I seem like that kind of person to you?
Yes, you do. I've always thought so. 7.
Dude, what is up with this animation?
All I have is a tenuous connection with
Like, it looks whack.
them as soon as they're arrested. I have to be absolutely sure that Kira is among them, so there's no point in detaining them now. I think from now on I should go after Kira by myself.
How are you gonna do that?
Use these headquarters as you wish. I'll also be here, but we will be working independently. You can conduct your investigation under your own direction. Feel free to arrest those men if you like. I will be carrying on my own investigation. We'll only get into arguments if we don't split up.
How alone are you talking? Because you're still chained to a light.
Saying you're going to figure out who Kira is by any means necessary.
Yes. This case will never be solved unless we capture Kira himself. But if we don't
Yep, he's willing to do anything it is.
Kira
No matter how many people died to catch Kira.
will continue to increase. That's why I believe it's more important to find out who Kira really is.
Ryuzaki, where are you going?
To Amani's room. Sorry, I know you're on your father's side and all this, but I can't remove these handcuffs.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to come along with me.
Misa!
Light! I didn't know we were supposed to have a date. Oh, right, I should have known.
Misa Amani, tell me, do you love light from the bottom of your heart?
Huh? Yeah. Of course I do.
But you also worship Kira, don't you?
Well, yeah.
So then, if you had to choose between Light and Kira, who would you pick?
What? That's obvious. Of course it's gonna be Light. I'm really grateful to Kira.
Let's
I'll meet him
go.
someday in person, but that's not true love. I definitely choose Light.
But your precious Light is planning to catch Kira, isn't that right?
Well, yes, of course I am.
He says he wants to catch Kira. Now what will you do?
Well, if that's what Light says, then I'm gonna support him no matter what.
As long as we're handcuffed together, you and I share the same fate. If I don't, so will you.
How does that work?
Because Misa is the one who would grieve most of all. Either we lose and both die together, or we successfully catch Kira. Which is it?
We catch Kira! I would never dream about living in a world without Light.
Yes, that would be dark.
Cut it out! Crazy!
That's what I was thinking.
I'm starting to get desperate. Yes, Misa is indisputably the most perfect and worthy woman for Light.
Yay! You're such a sweetie. Thank you, Ryuzaki.
I could actually fall for you.
Don't go that far. But you could maybe be a friend of mine. Would that be okay?
Maybe be a friend.
Now I've gained yet another friend.
With our powers combined, we'll arrest Kira.
Unfortunately,
But please let me do this. I want to be useful to you somehow. If I can be useful, then maybe you'll love me even more. And besides, I would gladly die if it were for you, Light.
Oh no.
The logistics of arresting
Why would she say that?
going to be challenging. I don't suppose you two have any ideas. Mogi, Matsuda.
It's oh bruh, really? Did we get an outro at least? We do. Dude, why is it so heavy? It's cool though. Where's Ryuk, bros? What the freak? Still haven't seen him. Bro, why is it so hard? Oh, dude, I love this. I love this. It's so good. Dude, it's so edgy. I love it. It's so edgy. What the freak? It's like it's completely, both are completely different than the first opening and endings. Dude, I love it. I can see how people would probably say they either hate it or love it. These new ones. The new opening and outro or ending, whatever you want to call it. I can see either people saying they hate it or love it. There's probably no in between with this. Because it's out there. Like, heavy metal. It's like, dude, the tone is completely different than the first ones. I love it though, so. Yeah. I'm just curious now, what, this is going to sound bad, but like, what, the people who made those, what were they thinking? Like, the tone is completely different than they were the previous opening and outro. It's like, it's so heavy. Like, it's hard, like, thrashing metal music. It's like top tier edgy too. I kind of love it. I don't know, unless the show is gonna get dark and crazy. I mean, They're like both. Like, dude, I don't know. They're so heavy. I love it. All right. Anyways. Okay. No. In the outro and opening, we didn't see much of this guy. What's up with that? Is Ryuk... I mean, bro, where is he? I want him back. We need him back, boys. What the heck? Alright, anyways. I was kind of... No, I'm not wrong. We know that Kira is left-handed. Okay, now what I'm leaning into... Either it's Matsuda. I'm still saying, you know, the sexy haired guy that I was talking about? Now we have a name. It's Namikawa. Okay. I still think it's either him or Matsuda. And what they're doing is they're wiping the minds of the Kiras. Every time they have him write in the Death Note, they're having him wipe his memory so he can't remember. That's what I'm thinking is happening. That has to be it, because once again, they specifically showed him picking up his phone with his left hand and answering it with his left hand. If you're bro, if you're right-handed, you do this. If you're left-handed, you do this. There's no way they're doing that. Dude, it has to be him. I'm calling it. It has to be him. There's no other way. Unless there's other members there that are left-handed. All we know is he's left-handed. I'm just going to leave it to that. And the only other character we've seen who's pretty much left-handed is Matsuda. That doesn't make much of any sense. But it's one of those things. I'm still calling it. So what I said last episode. So they just straight up said it. There's supposed to be 8 members and there's only 7. It's because they killed a member of the company. That's what it is. I was thinking it was either that or the person not there right at that moment is Kira. But no, they just straight up said it. They killed a member, and that was the guy who was saying they don't want to do this anymore last episode. And I keep saying that you guys are probably like, bro, shut up. But, okay. He is left-handed. So they know we're going to be looking for people who are left-handed, right? For the most part. I can't imagine a huge majority. I know I don't want to be like, I'm like some Jimmy Neutron or anything, but like, I can't imagine the majority of people watching this picked up on the fact that when we saw the Kira writing in the Death Note, he was using his left hand. I would assume a majority did not notice that. But, so we know he's left-handed. And the only 2 people we've seen, I'm going to stop after this, but it's Matsuda and Namikawa. L asked Light, if I die, will you take my place? And that was like a setup question. And I kind of wish he didn't say that, because I feel like he put bad karma out there for his demise, and that is what's going to happen. I hope that's not the case, but I don't know. And also, we're getting kind of a weird, not necessarily dark vibe from L, but we're getting some more similarities. I feel similarities to Kira, or I guess Light and L, with the fact that when Light was Kira, he would go to like he'd go to just about any length to fulfill his mission of like basically killing off all the bads and like bringing world peace basically throughout killing just about anyone. Like, kind of, you know, that's what Kira was doing, killing all the bad people, like all the people in jails and all that, and anyone that was coming out. So like, what I'm saying is basically, if anyone was coming after Kira, you know, Light, he would kill them to fulfill his mission. And that's basically what L's doing. He is willing to allow just about anyone to die to fulfill his mission, which his mission is to catch Kira. So like what Mr. Yagami was saying, that, I mean, we literally have video proof of them saying they're going to kill these guys. But L was saying just to let it happen, because he's willing to do anything to catch Kira, no matter what it takes. So they're both very similar in that sense, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to fulfill their mission. So, kind of cool. Okay, I'm a little confused. How did they get their numbers? I mean, how did that happen? How do they have their numbers? I guess I'm a little confused on how that worked, but I mean, yeah, Light called Namikawa. He picked up. But, see, it's so weird because when he picked up, we heard him in his head mentioning the fact that, basically saying he's not Kira. Like, he straight up said that. But it wasn't out loud or on the phone to, like, throw Light off. He said it into his head. So that was, like, genuine information we heard. As of, he doesn't think he's Kira. But I'm thinking what the possibility is no one knows who Kira is. Not even Kira knows he's Kira himself, because they're doing that thing where they're wiping their minds every time. That's what I'm thinking is happening. And maybe they're doing some sort of thing where they're like doing like any mini miny mo, or like duck duck goose, whatever, where they're like walking around the room and whoever, I don't know, some game or something, or whoever loses is the person who has to write in the death note. Or like if they lose, they have to touch the paper and then they see Rim. Because that's the only death note on the planet right now, right? Because Ryuk went back up to the Shinigami realm. Is it up or down? I feel like it should be down, but I think it is up. So I think, whatever. He went back to the Shinigami realm, and I assume he brought the death note with him. Okay, guys. Is he coming back? This is so weird. It's been like 2 or 3 episodes since we've even seen a Shinigami. This is so strange. Like I said before, this is like watching Breaking Bad, and Jesse's just not anywhere to be seen for multiple episodes, or even heard of, or mentioned. It's very strange. It's weird. It's so weird. I just don't, it's weird. I don't know. I'm really surprised he's still gone. Even if they're not together, I feel like we should still see some scenes of him in the Shinigami room talking to his homies or something. I don't know. It's just weird not seeing him. I don't know. Like, bro, he's a beast. Where is he? Obviously in the Shinigami room, but I want to see him. You know what I mean? Whack. And this is just like a little side note. Did the animation quality go down? Or am I tripping? Like, I want to look it up to see what the second half of the show, what the budget was, if it went down or up from the first half. I don't know. It looked like the quality, when the close-ups looked good, like normal. But some of the far-away shots, it looked like borderline bad. Some of like the... I don't know. Maybe it was just this episode. I'm not sure, but I don't remember ever looking that bad, so I don't know. Very interesting, boys. We'll see. We'll have to see next episode if the quality is... I know it just sounds bad, but like, that bad. Like, hopefully the quality is better than this episode, because that was kind of whack, no cap. Some of them shots were pretty terrible. I know, I'm getting a little spooked. 2 characters now have mentioned something about them dying. One was L, mentioning, if I die, will you take my position? I don't know why he had to say that. Well, obviously he said it as like a trick question kind of deal to see if he was Kira. And the other one was Misa. Misa mentioning, I will literally die for you. Basically is what she said to Light. So that's scary. I definitely don't want that to happen. Okay, what I want to happen is I want Light to eventually fall in love with Misa by the end of it, and they just live happy together. Do I think that's gonna happen? 100% no. Okay, the show is literally called Death Note. I do not see the show ending well for anybody. I just don't. I cannot see the show ending well. We're a long ways away from there, but I'm just saying it. I don't see the show ending well at all. I mean, it may have a good ending, like good wrap up, but for the characters, I don't see it being a good ending at all. So what I'm hoping the next episode happens is we get some Rim action, some Rim, or some Ryuk. Like, what the heck is going on? It's so weird. I don't know. It's so weird not seeing a single Shinigami. And in the outro, I genuinely... Let me check real quick. Okay, I kind of skimmed through it. I might have missed it, but I didn't see him once. The homie, I didn't see him once in the outro. What the heck? But what's interesting is the first... Dude, this opening is crazy. I love it. Okay, I'm also kind of spooked because I'm almost guaranteeing in this opening, the Death Note, okay, we see a ton of new characters. And they have very distinct looks. So they're going to be main characters to some level. And I'm willing to bet one of these characters we are seeing is the new Kira. So I almost don't want to look at it because I feel like it's going to spoil it. Because if I notice one of them and I realize it's one of the dudes sitting at the table, then that's the Kira. But I always want to be looking is I want to see if I can see Ryuk. He's in the opening, right? Okay, no, he definitely is. Okay, so that makes me happy. Because if he wasn't in this at all, then that means he's outie. But no, he is in the opening, so that means he has to at least appear at some point. Dude, this opening is crazy. I love it. Dude, I love the opening so much. It's so out there. It's just so good. I know I keep saying it, but I guarantee there's a huge majority out there who hate this opening. I guarantee it. There's probably a huge chunk of people who watch Death Note and like, I hate this opening. Nah, man. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Alright, anyways. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, Ryuk is in the opening. So that makes it... He has to appear at some point. So we gotta keep our hopes up, boys. He will appear again. When? I don't know. Hopefully next episode. This show, it's not badder. That's not even a word. It's not worse than it was. It's just... It genuinely feels like a different show. This show feels like a different show. It just does. It feels like... Okay, have you ever watched a show called American Horror Stories? Okay, where it's like each season, they're like different characters, but they are... Those characters from last season they're in the new season, but they're like playing different roles. You know what I mean? That's what this feels like. Like, the same characters, well, besides Ryuk, of course, because he's not here anymore, from the previous season are in this one, but they're playing different roles. Like, it's the same... I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're in the show, but they're, like, playing different roles. It's like a completely different show with the same characters. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I just feel like it's still too early to tell whether or not this is good or not. I mean, not that I'm saying the show's bad, but the change. I think it's going to have to grow on me. Because, I mean, we literally went... I'm trying to think of when Execution. So, okay, episode 1 all the way to episode halfway through 17. Halfway through 17, we hit like a brick wall and the show completely changed. And since then, we are still in that we're still in that phase of change. I feel like it literally feels like I'm watching a different show with the same cast. I think it was Aizawa, the guy who left, who, like, it was at episode 19 at the end, we see him like crying with his family at the very end. It was like weird. Obviously he's gonna have to come back at some point, right? Is he gonna be doing like his own thing now, trying to catch Kira? Or what? Or is he just gone? I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know how this is gonna go. But it's just so weird. I'm like so split. I feel like, once again, there's not much. This is weird. I know it's like, I keep saying there's not much to talk about, but yet this is going to be like a 40-minute video. But I still feel like we're in this weird zone right now in the show where we haven't hit like I don't even know what the heck I'm saying. Like, I just don't feel like we're there yet. I don't know. It's just so weird. We hit, like, it's like a completely different show. Like, every episode up to 17 felt like their own, not contained episode, but they all felt really beefy and, like, coherent and, like, very fleshed out. But now it just feels kind of like it's all over the place. And I don't necessarily know if that's a bad thing or not. It's just so different. I've noticed that the past 3 episodes, I know I said that a couple episodes back, it feels like we're, like, the vibe's changing and everything. I don't know. It does feel like a different show. I don't know. I still feel like we're in that weird transitioning phase. I know I've said that the past few episodes, and it's taking, this transition phase is taking longer than I thought it was, honestly. I do absolutely love the opening and outro, boys. I know I've only seen it once now, but dude, it's like in one of my top favorite openings of like any show. It's so out there and good. And let me know, am I the majority or not? Does the majority of people who watch, I feel like the majority who watch this new opening don't like it. Because I just feel like the majority, I don't want to be like, I'm so cool and edgy, but like, I feel like the majority of people who watch this opening, it's not going to vibe with them. I'm going to say 66% of people who watch this new opening and outro aren't going to like it. 66 plus of individuals are not going to like this new opening or outro. I love it. I'm going to have to watch it more to see whether or not I like it more than the first opening and outro. Dudes, it's good. I don't know, it gives me some like sort of a, like this, I don't know if it's necessarily the music. I don't think it's the music, but the opening, the look of it reminds me of Mob Psycho. The way it is, like the psychedelic craziness, like you're almost like you're schizo or something on acid. That's what it reminds me of. Not necessarily the music. I can't think of another show with the music like that for an opening. I can't think of a show with an opening like that. The music. And I think the reason why is because it's so off-putting. What the heck am I talking? I'm done, boys. I love the opening outro. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.